of every podcast I go on, I do the exact same thing, which is a 4-step exit after they turn off the recording. Be thankful, be curious, be helpful, be gone. And it's, hey, thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed your show. Presumably that's true. It has been every case so far. I love to be curious. Like, what stories am I resonating with you? And for me, that's data collection. Which stories should I continue to tell and refine and try to make better if needed? And last one, how can I help you? And I get 2 very common responses to that one. 3. One is, I don't know. No. 2, no one's ever asked me that before, literally. 3, do you know any good guests do you know someone who would be a good guest for my show? And so that's really given me the privilege of being able to refer, I don't know, maybe a dozen shows to different authors now and friends, which has been great. And that conversation takes 3 or 4 minutes, and it massively deepens relationships, and you help 2 other people out. And I've had so many great outcomes from that I'm happy to share, but I'll pause there.
I did want to add a point about this idea of helping out the podcast host. I don't think a lot of people realize how much work goes into developing like a 30-minute episode. Like, I'm one person. I don't have a production team, and I'm sure you guys can totally relate to this. I don't have the most fancy equipment or anything like that, but it does take, the recording itself, the editing, all that kind of stuff, and then publishing and promoting probably takes 4 to 5 hours, and like, it's unpaid work, right? So for me, like, something I really get personally, and I'm gonna be frank, personally annoyed with, is if someone doesn't cross promote. And I think if you are also looking for ways to help the podcast host, like, cross promoting is definitely the bare minimum. So it's also good for you. It's good for, say if you're younger, it's good for your resume. It's good to post on LinkedIn, Facebook. It's a really good accomplishment to get on a podcast. So I don't see why not promoting it, but I wanted to add that as a point.
That's a great point. Yeah. Why would you not want to promote a podcast that you were on? Like, what an opportunity.
I know. And I've had guests not do it. And like, I've had to harass them to do it. I'm like, please, like, just why not? Like, you did so good. Like, just share it. But yeah, it's interesting. But that's something that I would highly emphasize to authors who are trying to get on podcasting, like, really emphasize like how you can help them like promote it and get it out there to other audiences.
I can relate to that so much.
It's brutal. Like, just share it. You have an incredible story to share, and I'm sure your own audience will want to listen to it, and it benefits the podcast host who's getting a new audience. So it's yeah.
I would add one thought to that for people that are looking to get on shows, your first one or anyone in the series. This is something Alisha and I talked about in the workshop for the authors a month or 2 ago. Put it in your email to the host. Hey, I'd love to be on your show. Here's why I love your show. It makes my message would resonate with your audience. By the way, I have this many followers on whatever social media platforms you use, and I'd love to share your message, your story with my audience. Like, put it out there. Put
Huge
it in writing.
Part of the pitch. Absolutely.